We humans have been fascinated with the cosmos since we first laid our eyes on the night sky. For all that we have discovered about space and our advances in technology, especially within recent times, there is still so much that we don't know about it. The mysteries of space have captivated us and simultaneously fueled both our imaginations and sense of reality unlike anything else in this world. As stated by Professor Heber Curtis, it is certainly a wonderful, a brain-staggering conception that our own stellar universe may be but one of hundreds of thousands of similar universes. Familiarity with these concepts most certainly does not breed contempt, does not dull our awe at the mightiness of the universe in which we play so small a part. It is very doubtful if any of those who are seriously studying the heavens ever lose the feeling of reverence for this supremely wonderful universe and for whoever or whatever must be behind it all. The concept of space and its essential significance in understanding the mysteries of the universe have been involved in discussions dating back to ancient times. Philosophers such as Plato and Socrates were among some of the earliest to delve into the magnitude of the stars above us. One of the biggest debates among said philosophers and others of their ilk involving space derives from the argument of whether universe itself is an entity, a collective relationship between entities, or part of a larger theoretical structure. It was these thoughts that led figures such as Isaac Newton and Galileo Galilei to create and give the world the tools and standards needed to comprehend the stars. As much of a spectacle as viewing the sky on a bright, starlit night can be, it is no wonder that the minds of even the most uneducated men are sent into a frenzy when pondering the possibilities and undiscovered truths of the universe. As science develops and we come to understand so much more about our solar system than we ever previously imagined we could, these 9 maddening thoughts are only bolstered. And how could they not be? After all, studies have found that the portion of the solar system that people can see with the naked eye only accounts for less than 5% of the universe as we know it. When you realize that our solar system is only but one of millions of others, all containing their own planets and celestial objects, it can be difficult for an individual to not at least briefly feel the irrelevance and minuteness of their own existence in the grand scheme of things. This is not to say that the vastness of space invalidates our own place in the universe. However, it does cause us to question many things we have been raised to believe and carry a constant sense of insecurity towards the knowledge of life and both its possibilities and impossibilities. Certain cultures such as the Chinese had been using rockets for celebratory events and military purposes long before humanity's first personal venture into the stars. Legend even has it that an ancient Chinese official named Wan Hu achieved flight into space via a chair strapped with rockets underneath, making him the first ever astronaut. While this, of course, did not actually happen, tales like these are nothing short of a testimony to humans' interest in space exploration and our fascination with the unknown marvels of the stars. It was these almost insane fantasies and aspirations that led to the creation of satellites and subsequently spaceships. Eventually, we were able to bring these fantasies in life when in 1961 Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit the Earth. It is believed by some that space and the celestial bodies contained within it is where humans derive their ideas for religion and all things otherworldly. With some aspects of religions helping to support this theory, it is evident that astronomy and religion have been intertwined for ages. The ancient Egyptians believed the stars were the nude body of a goddess who arched herself over the earth, and other religions were known to have worshipped the celestial spheres. The never-shifting Polaris, also known as the North Star, has held various significant meaning amongst religions and has also been infamously used throughout history for navigational purposes. However, religion and travel are only but 2 ways humanity has made use of the stars above. As we developed our understanding of agriculture, we looked to the stars and tracked the movements of the sun and moon to manage crops and time growth periods of plants. This said, space has become inextricably linked to human survival. Humans have used the stars for other spiritual meanings outside of religion, perhaps most infamously in our use and belief of the zodiac system. Some people believe that the aligning of the planets and the stars that we were born under are determinate factors of a person's character and behavior. The zodiac symbols are linked to the constellations that represent them, which themselves all have mythological backstories that, as a result, were spawned from the fascination and fantasies of space. These fantasies have ranged and varied among individuals. For as many people as there are in complete awe and full excitement over the wonders of the stars, there are just as many in fear and doubt over what they may hold. Humans have always had a reputation for holding a fear of the unknown, and space is no exception. This is evidenced through our concepts and reactions to the possibility of extraterrestrial life. More often than not, aliens have been depicted as malicious and/or intrusive in their interactions with humans. Depictions like these beg the question, is this fear being projected from our own history and interaction with one another? As the fact that humans have often treated those they don't know or quite understand with disdain and vitriol led to these assumptions of alien life? Why are we so concerned that a group of individuals who aren't exactly like us will do harm to our livelihood rather than benefit and help us come to know more about our world and others? Whether based in our fears or our intrepidity towards the stars, we have expressed these feelings through media in various forms, especially within recent history. Arguably, some of the biggest franchises and pieces of entertainment base themselves around space. From the infamous space operas Star Wars and Star Trek, to space-themed music like Elton John's Rocket Man, to works that delve themselves into the potential horrors of space such as the film Alien and the video game Dead Space, people have created and consumed several media that reveals our intense intrigue in the otherworldly and have provided individuals multiple new ways of conceptualizing the cosmos. Even certain instruments, such as the electronic theremin, have been closely associated with space due to the eerie sound it produces and its frequent use in soundtracks for space-based films. The stars have been with us since we made our first breaths, yet nothing in this world seems to elude us the more and more that we come to familiarize ourselves with it. Ralph Waldo Emerson once asked what we would do if the stars only came out once every 1,000 years. No one would sleep that night, of course. The world would create new religions overnight. We would be ecstatic, delirious, made rapturous by the glory of God. Instead, the stars come out every night and we watch television.
You know, and they'd be like, yo, why your shit sounds so different? You know what I'm saying? Why your shit like on another level? Why does it sound so different? Like that's a bad thing. And I'd be like,